Ow, ow, ow. Just icing my burnt fingers. Great start to another day of doing nothing. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just woke up, and I really mean that. We know YouTubers like get ready and they're like, I just woke up girly, and no, I just woke up actually. Hence why I look so beautiful. It's quarantine. You know what? If you look pretty, that's more embarrassing than if you look ugly. I forget what day it is of quarantine. Is anyone day 8? 7? My sister started getting symptoms, and I didn't want to talk about it on social media because it was like private, but now I can because it's basically over. But she called the number you're supposed to call for like if you have symptoms, and they said that they're not going to test her because her case, like, I don't know, she just like wasn't eligible for testing. So online it said for her to stay in total quarantine for 7 days. So she's been literally in her room. I feel so bad. Like, I'm doing everything I can to like make her happier. Like, she comes on walks with me, we stay far away, but my whole family is also in isolation, and that's why I'm not able to see Ben as much, because, you know, we could be carriers and not know the whole shebang. Don't get me wrong, I know it could be way worse. We could be financially stressed. We could have someone in our family who's immune compromised and be terrified. Like, I know how lucky I am, but just from a mental standpoint, someone who suffers from, and honestly any human, it's mentally not normal. It doesn't matter how much money you have, what you look like, where you're from. Being mentally kind of in captivity is mentally hard, and I'm trying to do the best I can. I'll show you like the day in my life today. Later, when I have more energy and I wake up, I'm going to tell you guys a story of what happened to me in the park the other day. It was 2 days ago, and I got a little sick from that, but I think it's just a cold because I started getting symptoms, but I don't need to go into full-on quarantine lockdown in my room because it's like a stuffy nose and it's not my throat. It doesn't match like corona shit. Anyways, the point is, Ben's family, I really can't get sick for certain reasons, and like I just can't really see him other than like our walks a day where we don't touch, so it's really hard. Yeah, I'll show you everything I eat today, what I get up to. I haven't been eating much, but I don't know, I just feel like we could use some like friends. I miss people I'm not even friends with. I'm an introvert in a lot of ways, but the second I'm not allowed to hang out with anyone, I want to hang out with people and I want to get drunk. And then I'll make like a smoothie or a toast or something and take my usual like 20 vitamins to keep my immune system high. I feel like I'm living the same day on repeat. Does anyone else feel like that? It's like a weird fucking dream. The only thing saving me is like, because I'm not even able to like hang out with my sister because her symptoms, they're like almost gone, so I will be soon, but it's just like FaceTiming, texting my friends. I just got out of the shower. I did my skincare. I think it's super important to continue your skincare routine even when you're feeling lazy, and wear sunscreen even if you're not spending much time outside at all, which you shouldn't be, but you know, if you're going on walks and stuff, you need to still wear sunscreen. I put sunscreen on and it's snowing today. And take this time use this time to heal your skin. Don't be putting makeup on it. Just think of how good you'll look the first time you put on makeup with like not wearing makeup for months. If you want to put on makeup because you're bored or for fun or whatever, do your thing. Do what makes you feel happy in this time. But I just want to let my skin breathe. I mixed the Drunk Elephant like bronzing drops with my sunscreen just to make me look more alive, because you know, I'm filming today and I want to look like a human being. My very exciting beauty routine is gonna be just brushing up my brows, Vaseline on my lips. My skin is so dry in Toronto. The weather is like so bitter cold and dry. I always wish that like if this had to happen, it happened in the summer, so I could like be at my cottage and be swimming and outside. But I'm also just doing dry shampoo because I can't be bothered with washing my hair right now. today. 2 pairs of leggings came in. I don't know if you follow my Instagram, you saw that I want to do a video where I compare tons of different leggings from different companies. These from Echt arrived today. I'm excited to try all these on and do the haul, but first I need to get all the leggings I want, and it'll be a bit because some of the stuff is like out of stock and shit that I want, like from different companies. So hopefully within the next month this video will be up. This whole quarantine thing is so weird. Another thing is because I have a little bit of a cold and my body's used to lifting really heavy weights every day and stuff, I have no appetite. So I'm not gaining weight during this quarantine, I'm getting like skinny fat, like I'm losing my muscle. Okay, so I'm taking my vitamins. I'm literally out of breath from talking, and I know you're probably thinking like, oh my god, you definitely have corona. And I might, who knows, I'm not allowed to get tested. We tried, for my sister at least. I don't match any of the symptoms for corona. The only thing is shortness of breath, but I think that's from having a cold. But once again, you never know. At the end of the day, any of us could have it and not have symptoms. So of course I'm staying inside. I'm not harming others. And it's really hard because I can't see Ben. It's just really depressing. But you know what? Like, as I said before, things could be worse. I'm very thankful that things aren't worse than they are right now. So I'm just trying to stay positive. But okay, I'm gonna take my vitamins. I take B, C, these 2 like mushroom ones, zinc. I don't like this light. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I don't feel like kind of shitty that I feel like I'm losing muscle. I know I haven't lost muscle yet. Like scientifically, I'm not gonna lose it like that quick. Probably after 3 weeks, you start depleting muscle. So yeah, it sucks. I mean, I've put in so much hard work, but I think what we need to remember is that it's okay during a time like this to not be making gains. And if you do lose a little bit of muscle, you have to remember that muscle memory is a thing. When you get back in the gym, which we all will, our muscles will come back so quick and your body will remember what to do. It'll know the scoop. So I'm trying to not focus on that and like losing muscle and just focus on being healthy. And I spend my days obviously talking to friends, shooting the shit on social media, watching YouTube videos, but I'm also trying to get a lot of schoolwork done. I had an assignment due yesterday that I did. I'll be studying at home today. Okay, so how I got my cold. So my friend Liz was in the park, Sherwood Park near us, and she saw a young baby-ish raccoon with scrapes all over it, and an old woman said she saw 2 giant dogs attack this raccoon and the owners just let it there to die. And so Liz calls 311, which is everything but emergency. I don't know, bunch of random shit, but including animal services. So she called them. They said we come within 2 hours, but it should be quicker. So she was like, awesome. So she stayed by this raccoon, like hero, for 45 minutes-ish, and then they called being like, we'll be there in 15 minutes, and she was getting really cold because it was a cold day. So she was like, okay, I'll go home. It should be okay. There were other people kind of around him. When she told me this, I was like, oh my god, I'll go stand by this raccoon until animal services come, because if you don't, there's gonna be other dogs once again like sniffing it, attacking it, scaring it, and I just didn't want it to be lonely. That just like the thought of it broke my heart. I told my sister, who's also a huge animal lover. She immediately, we hopped out of bed, put on our like winter clothes, rain boots, and went to the park immediately to stand by this raccoon because we thought it was gonna be like 15 minutes until animal rescue came. So it's pretty far in the ravine. So you walk in the park and you have to go through, if you're from Toronto and been to Sherwood Park or you live near me, you know, like you have to go up into the off-leash dog area, walk down these stairs, down another flight of stairs, and he was at the bottom of these wooden stairs on a bridge where people cross. It's like a bottleneck. People walk by constantly with their dogs, and this poor, oh my god, I'm gonna cry thinking about it. Me and Abby decided that she was a she. She was really small and really gentle, and she had a giant gash on her head. Her hair was totally gone from the gash, and there was like, you could see her scalp, and it was like pussing and bleeding, and she was so like calm but clearly needed help, and she was holding one of her paws like this. So me and Abby kind of would keep an eye on her to make sure she wasn't like leaving. And then the other one of us was telling people to put their dogs on leashes because number one, raccoons carry multiple diseases. We don't want dogs to get hurt and we don't want the dogs to scare this raccoon. So, you know, most people were like, oh, thank you so much for warning us. Of course, put the dog on the leash and like held the dog or carried the dog past this raccoon, totally respectful. And then some people, you know, were like, this is an off-leash dog area. Totally selfish, self-absorbed. Some people would ask questions out of curiosity and then just not ask to help or like offer to help. And I'm like, don't waste my breath explaining the situation for the 100th time if you're not gonna at least offer to do something. And it just showed me a lot about humans that day and how, you know, some people would walk by and be like, oh my God, what is that? Oh, it's a raccoon, and like laugh. So I called the animal services and she said that it's an open case, it's been dispatched. So we were like, okay, awesome. Over 2 hours had passed. So like I called back and I was like, this is absurd. And he said, I'd been waiting there for 2 hours at this point, and he said it could be another like 3 hours. And I was freezing, like I couldn't even feel my hands. And it was just so heartbreaking that like, I know that they're understaffed, and I'm gonna leave a link below for you guys to donate to animal rescuers in Toronto. Please, anything helps. I'm already donated. I'm gonna continue donating just because it was so frustrating and heartbreaking for me to see an animal in pain. She was literally putting her paws on my feet. Obviously I didn't touch her, I'm not stupid, but she had put her paws on me and my sister's shoes because she needed help so badly. And it was so hard to like not be able to help her. And the animal rescuers just like don't really care about wildlife, and people were telling me like they often like don't even come for raccoons. And I know like to a lot of you, raccoons are just like dumb animals who go in your garbage, but like they're still animals, you know. And she was a baby and she was so sweet and she wasn't hurting anyone. She just needed help and she was shaking. She was like getting hypothermia. I could go on for hours about stories of different people telling different things, and me and my sister telling multiple people to fuck off. Basically by the end, this lovely family, this mother, father, and this daughter who's about my age, they went home, they got a cardboard box and a blanket and gloves and took this baby to a wildlife rescue. I got her number. She was texting me videos of her. I'll put them in. She was just so sweet, and she ended up being put down. She had a illness that was incurable, and also the wounds from the dog bite were just too bad to be recovered. I'm obviously heartbroken that she couldn't be saved, but that's what I wanted. I kind of had an inkling that she wouldn't make it, but I'd rather her be put down quickly and in peace than like sit out there with hypothermia and die of hypothermia and be attacked by dogs, because dogs kept running up to her and we would like stop the dogs. So she would have had a really slow and painful death. And I'm glad she died like in peace, being surrounded by people like who cared. It was just like really traumatizing. And I know you guys might be thinking like, you're such a pussy, it's just a raccoon. But when you spend 3 hours, we ended up staying 3 hours until we got help, because people weren't even offering help. But when you spend 3 hours with an animal, you become like attached to her. And I'm not expecting people to go create a vaccine for all these raccoons and save them all. I know that's nearly impossible, but you know, showing a little bit of compassion, especially to one that was attacked by human-owned dogs. It was just like really traumatizing for me as someone who's so sensitive specifically towards animals, to see something so like innocent. So yeah, I got a cold from being outside in the cold for 3 hours. It was expected. I kind of knew it would happen. So yeah, I'm just trying to take care of myself. But yeah, the moral of that story is some people fucking suck. And just, you know, if you see an animal in need or people taking care of animals, you know, ask if they need help and actually mean it. Don't just half-ass it. It was only 3 hours out of my life, and it was that animal's whole life and the end of her life. So I guess I should get on with my day. I'm gonna do a little bit of Landia work. I know I'd never really talk about my company and what goes into it. No one's really asked ever, no one's really like curious, but if you want me to talk about like what it's like to actually own and start your own small business, yeah, but basically my daily tasks are replying to emails from like customers or people. I'm like manufacturers, people I'm working with. So I reply to all those emails. I deal and fulfill with orders coming in. Any shipping errors. Shipping is the hardest part about owning a small business because you have no control over it, but your customers think you do. Of course, social media stuff, so I'm posting on it, replying to messages. Right now I have a giveaway going on. Make sure you follow Landia for like giveaways and sales and stuff. I'm always working on new designs and planning stuff. So I'll do that for an hour or so, and then I'll move on to like an hour of studying for school. Dividing your work into little doable parts, like an hour here, an hour there, you know, taking an hour break to go for a walk or to play with your dog or something, that keeps me more sane. I'll probably do work for my company until lunchtime. It's so embarrassing. It's already 2 o'clock because I slept in till like 11 because of my cold. So I'm venturing down to my basement to go retrieve some chicken nuggets, vegan, of course, obviously. Thank you, Annika. I'm not even hungry, which is crazy because that literally never happens ever. But I'm forcing myself to eat. I'll eat the whole bag of these. This is definitely not supposed to be 1 serving, but it's an Annika serving, and I'll have some carrots and veggies on the side, so I'm not a total unhealthy piece of shit. Literally, throw these on a pan, no oil needed. They have like enough oil that comes out of them to not stick. I put them in for like 10 minutes and then I flip them and cook them for another like 6-7 minutes, 8 minutes. Okay, so I have my chicken nuggies. I know it's a lot, but your girl can eat. And I'm having some mixed colored carrots. Sorry, my energy level is so low. Look at the sign my mom put on our door. What is it? Popcorn? In a kombucha?
That's the flavor you like, I think, right?
Let me see.
Are you vlogging right now?
Divine grape. I love this flavor, baby.
Are you vlogging right now?
Yeah.
Aw.
Thank you, baby.
You're cute.
Really?
Yeah.
Aw, you're so cute. What did you say?
From Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Hoping you are well.
I ordered these sunglasses off of a company I've never heard before. It's called Retro Super Future. My friend Jess, she has the exact same ones, and I chirped her so hard at first for having them. And then I got them because they cover your whole face, which is so necessary for times like now when you look so ugly. And they're my TikTok style glasses. Follow me. You have no choice. You have to follow me. I am becoming a famous TikToker. So I'm here to tell you that I'm the worst YouTuber ever. I may be a TikTok star, but I'm a horrible YouTuber. So last night I totally forgot to film my dinner. We ordered from this because we're trying to still support like local restaurants and stuff because they are struggling so much. So we ordered tabbouleh. It's this Middle Eastern Israeli restaurant in Toronto. It's so good. I got a falafel plate, so it came with like fried chickpea falafel balls, roasted veggies, and rice with lentils. It's amazing. And tahini. So I had that for dinner, and then I had an apple and peanut butter, and then I had a popsicle. That's all I had yesterday. And I feel way better today. No symptoms. Like, I guess I'll be cutting that out. Abby's feeling better, so Abby will be posting videos with me, right, Ab? No. Yes. More videos to come. I feel like this vlog was boring. Let me know if you liked it, but stay safe, and I will see you in my next video.